Hello and welcome to Christian Weather Broadcasting. Today we're going to be forecasting Tropical Storm Ian. But before we do, take a look at the gospel message in the description because Jesus can save you from hell. Tropical Storm Ian has winds of 45 miles per hour right now, minimum central pressure of 1,003 millibars. It's located at 14.3 north, 77.0 west, movement west at 14 knots or 16 miles per hour. These key messages are really, really important. I'll leave a link in the description to the National Weather or National Hurricane Service website or Hurricane Center website, excuse me. And please read these. These are really important. Expect hurricane conditions in Cuba by late Monday. Grand Cayman expect these conditions by early Monday. Expect possible flash flooding in and mudslides in Cuba and Jamaica. Jamaica won't experience the wind of the storm, but more than likely will experience the rain. Also expecting major hurricane moving across the Gulf, and also expect some uh, the risk of dangerous storm surge, hurricane force winds, and heavy rainfall along the coast of Florida and the Florida Panhandle by middle of the week. So residents in Florida should be getting hurricane plans in place and follow any advice given by local officials. So let's get right into the forecast now that we went over those. If you want to read those more in depth, I will provide a link to the website. So, as you can see, this tropical storm will eventually strengthen into a hurricane as it moves by. I think this is Grand Cayman. Hurricane warning in that area. There's also another island. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. A tropical storm warning in that area. And then it'll strengthen into a major hurricane before getting to Cuba. And right now is forecasted to go over western Cuba as a major Category 3 hurricane. Then once it leaves Cuba, we can expect it to strengthen into a Category 4 hurricane based on the newest models, then weaken back into about Category 2 before making landfall in Florida due to wind shear. Let's take a look at the current storm information. As you can see, this is the satellite imagery. There is some deep convection in this. Those pinks and purples are that deep convection, and the convection is starting to condense around the center of the storm. There's also circulation in the storm leading um, so since it's condensing and there's also high convection, meaning that the storm is starting to strengthen already. Now, as you can see, the models aren't really sure where this storm is going to go, and that's also what the National Hurricane Center said. Possibly going around Cuba, but if it goes around Cuba, there will still be hurricane effects in Cuba. Landfall in Florida, moving up into um, Alabama, Georgia, and maybe even South Carolina. Let's go to the intensity guidance, see how strong this thing will get. Intensity guidance is leading, or most of the models are leading me to believe about Category 4 peak strength. One model brings it nearly to Cat 5. Seems about we'll get to around Category 4 strength. Let's go to the H. Wharf model. It is forecasting this storm to go by Cuba at about 938 millibars. You can see that one eye wall going right over Cuba, and expecting it to strengthen to about 933 millibars in the Gulf, and then weakening before Florida making landfall in the Panhandle. Let's go to the ECMWF model, which is the absolute worst case scenario model that we have right now. ECMWF is forecasting landfall in Cuba and then riding up the coast of Florida, which would mean prolonged time that the hurricane is on land, which is bad news for Florida. Let's go to the water temperatures. As you can see, really high water temperatures, low wind shear. That allows that thing to strengthen really rapidly. But luckily, it hopefully will not be a Category 4 on landfall with Florida, only because wind shear will get it before it makes landfall. But where it is right now, low wind shear, high water temperature in the Gulf, rapid strengthening, big hurricane for Cuba, and Grand Cayman. Thank you for watching. This has been Christian Weather Broadcasting. Please keep these people in your thoughts and prayers and go to the National Hurricane Center website. It's really important because their predictions are better than mine.